It's fun to be with you, pal. Thanks to Kelly and the crew behind the glass for all they do to make the show so great. Thank you, America, for listening. This is The Ramsey Show.
Hey folks, Ken Coleman here. Did you know The Ramsey Show is one of the most popular podcasts in the world? Get your daily dose of advice on life and money. Check out all of our shows from the Ramsey Network wherever you listen to podcasts.
Ramsey Show ending. Aftershow beginning. Just putting my chats. Just putting my links into the chat. Cool. Alrighty, and we're live on both the YouTubes and the Twitches. There we go. Show number 335, August 5th, 2022. Alrighty. I guess we know what day it is today. Gotta move this over here. Definitely need a helper of some type. Maybe my girlfriend will help me at some point. If she's not working when I'm doing the after show. All right, let's give it a shot here. And alternating Friday I'm in Love by The Cure with Rebecca Black's Friday, and it is The Cure's turn this week. And what up, Tat? And from 1992, here we go. And yes, I have not listened to the song again, so this bridge here is gonna suck as usual, but the rest of it ought to be all right, I think. Let's check it out. Little water. I don't care if Monday's blue, Tuesday's gray, and Wednesday too. Thursday, I don't care about you, it's a Friday, I'm in love. Monday, you can fall apart, but Tuesday, Wednesday break my heart. Thursday doesn't even start, it's a Friday, I'm in love. A Saturday wait, Sunday always comes too late, but Friday never hesitate. Now I don't care if Monday's black, but Tuesday, Wednesday, heart attack. Thursday, never looking back, it's a Friday, I'm in love. Little break. What up, Sid? Monday, you can hold your head. A Tuesday, Wednesday, stay in bed. A Thursday, watch the walls instead. It's a Friday, I'm in love. A Saturday, wait. Sunday always comes too late, but Friday never hesitate. Just to the eyes, it's a wonderful surprise. You see your shoes and your spirits rise. While you frown, smiling at the sound, as sleek as a shriek, spinning round and round. Always take a big bite, such a gorgeous sight to see you eat in the middle of the night. Can never get enough of this stuff. Friday, I'm in love. Jeez. don't care if Monday's blue, Tuesday's gray, and Wednesday too. A Thursday, I don't care about you, but a Friday, I'm in love. Monday, you can fall apart. A Tuesday, Wednesday, break my heart. Thursday doesn't even start. It's a Friday, I'm in love. Need some acetaminophen, Tat, or some ibuprofen for that headache, dog. 5 songwriters there. I guess that's everybody in the band. Alrighty, now we listen for the drum taps. Like all plans, it starts with step 1. $1,000 emergency fund. Step 2, you'll pay off all your debt. Sip mortgage, we don't do that yet. So pay off your consumer debt. Every one of those charges, from smallest to largest. Baby step 3 is next. Full emergency fund of expenses. You stay gazelle intensive. His name is Dave Ramsey, and this is his plan. And I hope to meet him. I admire the man. I've messed up in my life, but these steps have made it right. That's why I go, that's why I go, and why I host this after show. If you don't like the way it's working out, you should do the baby steps. And if you want to have financial peace, you should do Dave's baby steps. Now step 4 is when you can take a breath. Go, let's gazillion invest. Step 5 is to save for your kids. No student loan at all for college. And 6 is to pay off your home. Step 7, build your wealth and don't keep it all yourself. And you've lived like nobody else. Now you get to live large, and now you get to give large. His name is Dave Ramsey, and this is his plan. And I hope to meet him. I admire the man. I've messed up in my life, but these steps have made it right. That's why I go, that's why I go, and why I host this YouTube show. If you don't like the way it's working out, you should do the baby steps. And if you want to have a financial peace, you should do Dave's baby steps. And if you're a trumpet, you should take it home. Live from Columbus, OH. It's the Ramsey Show Aftershow show, brought to you by D.H. Schumann. Thank you so much, D.H. Here we talk about the Ramsey Show. Ramsey Show YouTube chat and the people in it, and all things financial and whatever else I want to talk about. I'm your host, Coach Steve Money. I'm a Ramsey certified Ramsey Solutions financial coach, and you can schedule a free consultation assessment with me at calendly.com/Coach Steve Money. The link's at the top of the chat, video description below, and the right side of the YouTube banner right about up there. Above those light blue ones, which you wouldn't see on your screen if you're actually going to that page instead of watching me broadcast it. You can reach me on, you can email me about anything, yes, anything, CoachSteveMoney@gmail.com. You can reach me on Instagram, Coach Steve Money, no space it. If you'd like to donate to the channel, that's paypal.me/CoachSteveMoney. Alrighty, let's see. Thanks for the IO, Sid. Sid got amortization schedule spreadsheet all set up. What do you know? You can do it, Sid. Maybe you're an expert in spreadsheets now. Maybe you're level 3 now. Way more than intermediate. What up, Clay? Clay, I did Friday I'm in Love. I didn't do Friday by Rebecca Black. So maybe you don't like that one either, Clay. I appreciate you coming by. After some disparaging, hurtful remarks this morning about something like everybody being happier without the after show. It was something like that. I don't remember exactly what it was. It took a lot of Googling, Sid says, and it looks very amateur. I'm sure it's fine. Alrighty. So I do that, and I move that there. And we talk about the free amortization spreadsheets out there, Clay. Those aren't fun to do. Figuring it out yourself is more funner than using one that's already got all the formulas and stuff in there. What was I doing? Oh yeah, the Ramsey show today. I remember about that show. Today's host, Dave, was off, of course yesterday, taking an early weekend for Dave. But and we knew, of course, he wouldn't be there on a Friday. So today's host in the big chair, Ken Coleman. And Clay asked who would honestly miss the after show. He said he would. So I just took it the wrong way. I apologize. I'm working on my understanding of people, so I apologize for making that mistake. We made, Clay, we made a mistake together, but now why don't we just get back to fun and loving each other? How about that? So we made a mistake together, and we can fix it together. Alrighty. So no song for Ken, of course, but we got a partial song for our boy George. Yeah. I said he used to host YouTube back in the day. King Coleman calls him George, Camel with a K. Now George hosts 3 podcasts. They don't cost 1 cent. Borrowed feature, entree, leadership, and the fine print. Opened up YouTube, saw the thumbnail was Camel. It's always fun with George on the panel. Ayo wears ASOS and Deloney wears flannel. No one does it better than our guy George Camel. Paid his house off. Got a second dog, y'all. Got a 2013 Tesla. Advises you to sell the horse if you got a lot of debt and only make $30,000 a year. So Clay says, much to learn you still have. That's right, I do, Clay. You're so right about that. And here's the part where we go, market report. Not scrolled up, obviously. And I thought this was going to be a down day, but I didn't see the Dow come up there right at the end of the day, about 3:30. I didn't see that going positive. And so with those two combined, those two are more up than the S&P and NASDAQ are down. So it's an up day. So how about that? All right, but probably since the NASDAQ not the most up, I probably won't win fantasy mutual funds for today. We'll see Monday morning. Let's take a look here. See, yeah, that kind of like almost got there at 1017. Almost got to even, and that was the S&P. The NASDAQ probably, yep, same thing. Almost got there, but then they were like, nope, not going that. And so there we are, down 0.5% today, which that's not bad. And so this still means, and it didn't drop that much, so that still means that the bottom is still right here on June 16th, which is 31, that's 15 days and 5 days, so that's, what is that, 20 days ago. And so that's the bottom of the market, and hopefully that will be the bottom for this double correction that we have here. You can call it inflation crash or supply chain crash, whatever you want to call it. Time will tell what they do refer to it as. But slowly creeping back up there. As you can see, it still comes down, but it just doesn't go back down to that previous level. And so as long as it keeps going up and then dropping a little bit of that, but not going down to the previous high, or the previous low rather, from the couple days ago where it was the lowest. See, it's not getting back down there, so maybe we have some good news. Maybe there will be good news. That's a good trend so far. August 9th is Coinbase reporting earnings calendar, and Roblox, not Roboblocks. On the 10th, that's the Disney, the mouse will be reporting. 16th, Walmart and the Home Depot. And August 17th is the Cisco. Let's see what's it. Sid wrote a book there, War and Peace by Sid. This says, I have an extra payment, Kayum, one for my PMI and fees, and I color-coded the payment that marks we paid more in interest than the value of the home, of course. That's always good. It's good to know that stuff, because that way you know exactly what you're in for. Everything in the most followed stocks on Google is down. That's why the NASDAQ is down. Led by Tesla being the most down. Next most down is the Meta Platforms Inc., which used to be Facebook, and that's 2.03, Amazon 1.24, and Alphabet, which owns Google, 0.61 down, and then 0.26 and 0.14 down respectively, Microsoft and the Apple. All right, let's see what the rest of the planet is doing. Mostly down in Europe, mostly up in Asia. See what that US dollar is doing. US dollar up against the euro, up against the Japanese yen, up against the British pound loaf, up against the Canadian dollar, Surrey, and up against the Australian dolomite. No shrimp on the barbie, and that's a clean sweep for the US dollar. Our pals in crypto, most up looks like the Ethereum for that, and that's all these are up. And as you can see, it just updated. They keep updating 24 hours a day. I don't know if they do that on the weekend. I'll have to check. I've never checked this on the weekends. I'll have to check and see if they do update on the weekend as well. All right, so that's about it for that one. Let's see what we have. Where is it? Let's see. Oh, this. Yeah. This is the reason for the market going down like it did. Gangbusters job growth. So they added 500,000 jobs. Adds more confusion to recession worries, economists say. You would think that the job growth would mean the economy is getting better. Should get better with those more people having jobs and creating stuff, creating income for companies. You would think that would be good, but I guess not in all cases. So traders don't think so today. Well, about half and half. It was split today, as you saw. Once more, that was Dow Jones Industrial Average, which is the total market index, is 0.23% up. The Russell Small Cap Index, 0.81% up, and that needs a lot of up days to be able to catch up. Let's just check on that. Let's see what the year-to-date on that is. 15 down from a year ago, 14.5 down. So is that the same where the bottom of that is also... no, this is different. This one is different than the other ones. This is June 16th. Instead of being in July, this one's in June. So, I mean, and that trend looks pretty good. That trend line right there. So, we'll have to see. Still, you know, you still get like one day up, one day down, that kind of thing a lot of times. But still trending up, so that's good. This from Market Watch Picks. Let's see if we can read all of this. Warren Buffett says this is the biggest mistake people make with their money, and has to do with savings, meaning they don't do it. Let's see. 91 years old, Oracle of Omaha, worth roughly $100 billion, and clearly could spend frivolously. But Buffett is notorious for his spendthrift phrase. Remember, he eats at McDonald's frequently, and his emphasis on creating financial security. He's also a big fan of learning to save money properly. You might be thinking, you might think he's crazy. Why save now in times of high inflation? But pros say that even now it's key to have savings. Thankfully, savings accounts are paying more now. You can see some of the best paying savings accounts here, it says, on this link right there. The guidance is that you will need roughly 3 to 12 months of essential expenses somewhere safe, like a high yield savings account. And Dave Ramsey recommends 3 to 6 months. And anything above that, you apply to the rest of the baby steps. Once you get to that full emergency fund step, which is step 3, and then you do 4, 5, and 6, and so you don't keep piling up cash unless there's some kind of emergency and you need to pause the baby steps, like if you are moving or something like that. Need a little inspiration to make that happen. Here are a few of Buffett's most famous quotes about saving money. The biggest mistake is not learning the habit of saving properly. Most favorite is habitual. That sounds familiar. They say that the chains of habit are too light to be felt until they are too heavy to be broken. All right. And that's, you got to find, that's like, you know, that's a fine line to walk there where you're like, oh, no, it's okay, it's okay, it's okay. No, it's not. So you want to get it before it becomes no, it's not. Make it automatic. It's advice you probably heard 1,000 times, but that doesn't make any less effective. Set up automatic transfers directly from your paycheck soon after you get paid into your savings and retirement accounts at regular intervals. That way you're never touching that money yourself. It's going just right into the savings. And once again, Dave Ramsey recommends just your 3 to 6 months emergency fund for liquid savings. The rest of it, you're investing 15% of gross, you're saving for kids' college, and you are paying off that house early. If kids and house apply to you, that is. Whether we're talking about socks or stocks, I like buying quality merchandise when it is marked down. And oh look what we got here. Choose the NASDAQ, my favorite. Look what we got here. 5 years. Look at that. Oh, it was on November 19th. It was way up here, and now it's down here. Oh, look, all this. Sale. Even before it got to where it is now. Sale. Because look at that. If you bought right there on June 17th, guess what happened? Every day after that, you made money. So that's how that goes. 1 year 14 down, 20 year to date down for the NASDAQ. So that is what we call a sale. All right. If you don't want to listen to Dave Ramsey, maybe you listen to Warren Buffett. You listen Warren Buffett more, you live longer. I just said that. Do not save what is left after spending, but spend what is left after saving. And that's right, you do that first. But specifically, as far as Dave is concerned, you pay off your expenses. Out of every check would come the expenses, which include the minimums on debt, and then anything that's left after that, you put to debt, and then there wouldn't be anything left to spend on it. So let's see if he's talking about expenses as well. Essentially, save first and foremost, and once you've socked away as much as possible, then you can allow yourself to spend money. And so you wouldn't have any more than $1,000 while you're still paying off non-mortgage debt. So let's see. He's all about spending in cash too. He says he got an American Express card, which he got in 1964, but I can't pay cash 98% of the time. So there you go. And he has a bunch of American Express stock in his Berkshire Hathaway portfolio. And so maybe the card is just publicity for that. I don't know, but he probably is fine with a little bit of debt leverage as well, which Dave is not. All right, CNBC, here are 5 stocks in our portfolio that can benefit from rising interest rates. And so would that be maybe the banks? Maybe, that's just a guess. I haven't read these beforehand. So we'll see. Oh, and we can't read it because of that. Because we've got to be a member to access the CNBC Investing Club. But if I had to guess, I would say that would be banks. And financial institutions would benefit from rising interest rates. Would be my guess. I can't really think of any other ones, but maybe there's some other bank adjacent businesses that might also benefit from that. This from CNET.com. Verizon used to be the fastest internet provider, but there's a new speed test winner. So let's see who that is. There's your Cat 5, Category 5 connectors right there. Network cables. Let's see. Every 3 months, Ookla announces the result it gathers from info pulled from millions of customer users of a speedtest.net tool. And this is what I use whenever I need to test the internet. And I do have my ad blocker on, but guess what? They found a way around that thing. See the ad blockers? Oh, no, it's not. Oh, I think I unblocked it because so it wouldn't interfere with the speed, maybe. I have that turned off for this particular web page. Let's see. So you do that. And I think I'd be normally right around 80. Yeah. So there we go. And I have Spectrum. So yeah, not bad, not bad, not bad. So we'll see how that goes. And upload somewhere around 6, yep. Okay. Where are we? Consider a quarterly checkup on American speed from their internet service providers. Let's see. Cox Communications, interesting, is the fastest fixed broadband provider among top U.S. internet service providers during the second quarter of 2022. To qualify as a top provider, a company must account for 3% or more of Ookla's total test samples. Verizon had finished on top in the first 3 months of 2022. There we go. So, from 10 hypothetical users. All right. It doesn't say though. Oh, the meat is that of everybody's? Okay, that's a lot of 10s there. Mean is 1890. Ookla spokesperson told me via email. I don't know if you can tell something, anything. I guess you can tell people stuff via email, but told me makes it sound more personal. We implemented this change to more accurately represent the typical performance that consumers actually experience on a network. That means for the second quarter of 2022, Cox finished decisively on top with a median download speed of approximately 197 megabits per second. Xfinity, the runner-up, scored 184. Spectrum was third at 183. Verizon was next at 171. AT&T capped off the top 5 at nearly 147 megabits per second. My son, I believe, has the fiber in his neighborhood. It's a newer neighborhood. And there's the fiber, and his mom is paying for 400 megabits per second, and so that's pretty cool. And so he's getting over that, like 450. Let's see. That says, remember crimping those until my finger bled? Oh yeah, you did some cable work like there? Did some cabling work there? I've never done that. My cabling work is to replace a network cable that's already been made. Let's see. Become debt free. The make it section. The 7 places in the U.S. with the most credit card debt. Any guesses? New York City, maybe? Like New York, California? Trying to think of like where else it would be. Like the other, like big hubs, like you know, if they're gonna go cities like San Francisco, Boston, maybe. Any other guesses? Let's find out. Alaska, interesting. Meeting credit card debt, 3206. Cost to pay off, 392. Time until payoff, 17 months and 27 days. Second, DC, 2788 is their median credit card debt, and 328. I mean, like these on by its own self, like if you're starting the Ramsey stuff and this is all the credit card debt you have, I mean that's pretty good. 17 months again, 2471. 249 cost to pay off, and 14 months. Vermont, Wyoming, Oregon, Montana, and they just did the top 7. So interesting that New York and California are they cities? No, they are states and the district. So interesting that none of my guesses were right. Let's see. The guesses were Houston, Austin, Chicago. Sid guessed Chicago, Austin, Houston, Miami, Palm Beach. Yeah, and nobody guessed correctly at all. Tatsay had to run all new cables in a few buildings, and we needed custom lengths, phrasing. So we ran the cables off the spool and had to crimp the ends ourselves. Yep, that's how it goes. You did have the crimping tool, though, I hope. Hope you weren't trying to just like shove the cables into the jack part and then trying to do that yourself or just like a pliers. Hopefully you had the correct tool for it, the crimping tool. And let's show the people what that's like. Images at google.com. Let's say crimping tool. Oh, is that going to give me everything? Yeah, this right there. So as you can see, let's take a look at it. From the $23.99 from the Amazon, you see it's got the RJ45, which is the network one. That's the bigger one, and the smaller one is the RJ11, I think that's called. That is the telephone line one. And so you got those, and you put that in there. You run these different color wires. You have to run the right color to the right spot, and on the other end, one of them is reversed. Two of them are reversed in a different spot. But yeah, those basically go right inside it right there, and basically you would just crimp that and all this stuff would fall off the top stuff right there. So, and that's how that works. Let's see. Tat said yes, but it's still a pain in the ass if you have to do it for entire buildings. I believe you, man. But hey, that's why you got the big bucks, right? Am I right, yo? You got big bucks for that? Let's see. Oh, you know what? I forgot. I always forget after I'm done singing, I can take that off, and probably I'll talk quieter now. More quietly, because I don't have those on my thing. Baby step 8. Money ceases to be a preoccupation. Well, you don't really need that. Baby step 7 is build wealth and give, and that's the end of it. You do that forever, unless you drop yourself down into a lower baby step. But let's see. If someone's debt-free, financially stable, and accumulating wealth, what is the benefit to continue to listen to Dave Ramsey when a fair share of advice is provably wrong for people in that stage of life? It's not provably wrong. You just think you know better. That's all. For example, paying more than 1% for an investment advisor. You don't have to do that if you don't want to. You don't have to do any of this. Investing in 4 generic but overlapping types of mutual funds that check the performance of international funds over the past 10 years. Making no change in investing style as one ages. That's right. You don't need to do that. That's like the pilot of a plane being able to fly all the way from Malaysia to the United States. And then at the airport, the guy with the flashlights helps him get it in there, you know. Like the guy couldn't manage to do that himself, and not using a rewards credit card. Ramsey Solution, not a ministry, is a bookseller, seminar stage, and entertainment studio. Well, he doesn't like it. He doesn't like it. So that's fine. You know what you could do? You could go to a debt leverage place or somewhere where they actually believe in doing all the stuff that you want to do. And try to encourage people there instead of talking down at people here. So, but anyway, you're wrong. This works. Millions of documented cases. You have 0 of them. Documented success stories. Let's see. And you have donut of them. This from Arnold A. Trouble enjoying money. This does happen. 21, make great money, but I have a problem with trying to enjoy it. I'm in baby step 3B, trying to cash flow my first home purchase. So if you're doing that, that could be why you're not enjoying it, because every time you spend it, you're thinking, oh, this is money that could go to my home. I love spoiling other people, and I give often, okay, but I have a sense of guilt when I try to find something I want for myself. Okay, so he's not worried about spending the money. It's just when he wants to do it himself. I mean, that's a thing. If it's really, really bad, you may need some counseling on that. But a lot of people do find it difficult to, when they start the baby steps, they're gazelle, and then they don't know how to get off of that gazelle mode. So, see, I know it may seem bizarre, but it really is discouraging. I feel like I don't deserve to spend money on myself because I haven't accomplished my goals yet. Can you give me tips to overcome my guilt? Because I know other savers can struggle with this as well, right? Appreciate the feedback. And yeah, this does happen. They get a lot of calls about this. A lot of the people in the chat just say, oh, this is a humble brag call about how much money he makes and stuff like that. But no, some people really do have trouble spending money on themselves. And at this point, you know, maybe you don't have to make yourself because you're still trying to cash flow the home purchase. And so if you're not taking out any debt for that, that could be a while. And the more you spoil other people and give often, like you said, and buy stuff for yourself, you know, I mean, at least take yourself out to dinner once a week. I would do that, maybe. Take yourself, maybe some of your friends out to dinner, maybe do that. But yeah, I mean, if it's really really bad and you can't get over it, like I said, I understand on step 3B you're trying to cash flow the home, so maybe when you give to others, you're not you don't have that guilt because it's not for you, it's for someone else. And so you don't think you're the one that made all that money, you don't think you deserve it just as much as they do. So yeah, may need some counseling over that if it continues to be an issue in the long term. Like if you still have that problem after you have bought a house with cash, if you still have that problem, then I would recommend counseling for that. Should you lease a car? Negative, Ghost Rider. Pattern is full. Leasing is, according to Consumer Reports magazine, leasing a car is the most expensive way to operate a motor vehicle. Baby step 3, flare. Okay, so I know everyone here I think is against leasing a car. Right, here's my situation why I'm going to be different. I completed baby step 1 and almost done paying off 20K debt in 6 months, and my next 2 paycheckies. Great. Moved out of the city to a bigger rental place. All these things don't matter. Share a car with my partner most of the time, but would really like my own to go. That's fine. To go maybe a few local road trips here and there. Okay, not a reason to lease a car. Are we trying to pull into justification station? All aboard. I won't be driving a lot of kilometers this year. I'm looking at getting a Hyundai Elantra around $400 a month. Boop, boop, boo doo. And I forgot I prepped it today. There we go. Yeah, income is over 6K per month net. But based on all my other expenses, around 3K per month, I would still be able to put aside $16,000 to $2,000 a month. Save up for a used car. Another reason I want to lease is to not be stuck with repairs and would only do it for 36 months. Now, the question is, am I making a mistake? Yes. I'm wanting that freedom and independence of a car. Out of the 69, dude, the 69 comments, I bet half may tell him to go ahead and lease it. Just a guess, though. Not interested enough to find out. Let's see. Oh, look at that. We got some rudeness or trolling probably coming up. Every once in a while they surprise me, and it's something like actually positive. Nothing illustrated more than George Gamble doesn't camp when he quoted $1,000 per camping trip. So what? They're more expensive than that? They don't have to be. I knew some really irresponsible campers with big families. That is true for. Okay. Oh, so he thinks it's going to be cheaper, and irresponsible campers with big families would probably spend more than that. Okay. Cool. And that's in the Ramsey Show discussion thread, because that's actually something that happened on that particular Ramsey Show for yesterday when George and John Deloney hosted. The daily non-baby steps and Dave Code discussion thread. Keep it civil and be respectful to each other. Jaw drop with the advice John Deloney gave from the call from the guy who was married. His wife cheated, had a child with a guy who bolted, and the now ex-wife and child live with the guy. John encouraged marriage, said that cheating could have been because he wasn't all in on the first marriage. Could have been. And repeatedly asked what the holdup was. I know the show has a certain bias, but good Lord. Well, just because you say good Lord, that doesn't mean your point is correctly. You have an opinion. John Deloney has 2 PhDs. He's an accredited certified counselor. You're somebody on Reddit, just like I am. So, yeah, the guy could be broken and stuff, and you don't get everything on the call. You don't get every bit of information, so you don't know. But John Deloney was going on the fact that the ex-wife and child live with the guy. So if you're going to do that, you might as well get married or change that. So that's probably what the dealio is. The harsh reality is that I'm saying things like the harsh reality is that so you think I'm right, but you don't know anything. So, you know, you can have that opinion. I can have the opinion that you're wrong, and I would trust John Deloney over yourself. So, but again, this is something that happened on the show, though, so not really for here, but that's fine. And nobody else commented on it either, and it was a day ago, so not getting the kind of catharsis they wanted, perhaps. So, cardboard and cups. Oh, it was only 7 hours ago. So maybe I'll get some. Let's see, did I do that? Axel Hart? I did do this the other day. Let's see. Let's do a lot of scrolling here. Let's see what. Let's see. Oh, Tat was military, so made about $30K a year back then. Well, you do whatever they need you to do, right, Tat? Whatever they say. Hey, you do this. Alright, just trying to get back a while where I might have missed some. And here they're not going to be in light blue like it does when you click on them, because it is... I'm here at home now and not at work where I normally do the show. Insight, discern, monthly... did that one, I remember. Consolidating a smart move, no. It makes you think you did something where you didn't do anything. By consolidating, you probably have some fees on that or closing costs, so you actually owe more than you did before. I mean, it's possible you might eventually get that money back through saved interest if you have a lower interest rate. But anyway, let's see. From Scream A4, I don't remember this one. Let's do this one. Seeking guidance, traversing through debt. I'm fairly new to this sub, but I figure perhaps someone could help shed some light on my situation. Probably baby steps is going to be the advice. Also, did they really recommend not contributing towards retirement until normal debt is paid off? And I'm going to go ahead and guess you heard him say that, or you saw somewhere where on his website where it says that. So I believe you pretty much do know that, yes, he really does recommend that, and that's so you can pay off your stupid debt. Let's see, if that's several debates regarding this topic. It doesn't matter, none of that matters. You can keep contributing if you want to. It's your money, but that's not Dave's advice. That's all you got to do is not care if a person, even though he has a radio show and a YouTube show, you have to just not care that he's giving advice that's opposite of what you want to do. You just have to not care about it. And that's exactly what I do when somebody doesn't want to do what I want to do. I don't go into other money shows and say, you guys are stupid. So I just go to the one that I like, and I talk about the principles that Dave has that I like. Several debates regarding this topic when it comes to 401k and receiving essentially free money through the match. Anyway, I hope someone could help steer me on the right path. And you don't think Dave Ramsey is going to do that? Do you really think Dave Ramsey is not going to steer you on the right path? Millions of documented success stories, and you think he's not going to steer you on the right path? Anyway, I hope someone can tell me what I want to hear is more like it, because I feel like I'm rapidly drowning. The whole idea that if you feel like you're rapidly drowning, that means you need to do something drastic. And guess what? Drastic is giving up the essentially free money for the match. So I'm assuming he has a match there, and it's not just 401k contributions. So, oh, he is match. He does say match right there. So, yeah, but match not doing the match does. If you're doing it now, the match doesn't appear to be helping you, feeling like you're not rapidly drowning. So I don't know, maybe try Dave's advice. Maybe do the baby steps like it says. Maybe do everything like he says. And if at some point you feel like it's not working for you, you can bounce from that. You can go back to doing your own stuff. Side note, 10 to 20% down on a house seems virtually impossible, especially these days. If you can't save up 10% as a first-time home buyer, if you can't save up 10%, then you don't need to buy a house. Then you're trying to buy too much house. 2 years experience in IT, yeah, 42K. I mean, that's not bad. 29 male. I mean, you're not going to be able to buy a $500,000 house right away. In here, your debt is what's killing you now. It's not the fact that you're not contributing to retirement. It's the debt. Is there a car? Credit cards. 19. I mean, this is where is it? Income 42K. So that is what? Netflix, HBO, Prime, educational courses, etc. 125 for that. All right. What do we got? $42,000. Let's just pretend that's net. That is $3,500. You make $3,500 a month. And you're able to save $2,200 a month. And so if you have 1K as an emergency fund, where's the rest of that $2,200 going? Is all that going to debt? But you have it as savings, and you're not saying what else you put to debt. So debt is $47,000. And so yeah, so if you could get through that in 2 or 3 years. Yeah, the car, he's got a car. 260 at 3%. That's not horrible, but it's still not helping. But yeah, you gotta like live on nothing. 360, drive home and to work. That's it. Working home. Don't be doing no joyriding, no long trips. Although gas is coming down now, but yeah. So that's the dealio on that. Clay is bouncing. Let's see. Tat went into the military to be a computer and server system admin and retrained into being a network infrastructure technician. Oh, that's cool, Tat. Cool. And you out of there now, right? Out of the military? How long have you been out of the military? And Clay has bounced. He said, everybody have a good evening and weekend. What was I gonna do? Oh yeah, upcoming streams. I'm planning on doing another tech support with Coach Steve Money this weekend. I do the same thing I just did on the Dave Ramsey subreddit, where I answer questions based on my training as a certified financial coach via Ramsey Solutions. And I answer those questions based on 25 plus years of tech experience. And I'm going to be playing some more Stray starting this weekend. I did 1 episode last weekend, so I'm going to play some more of that this weekend. Hopefully at least 2 streams. And this show, Monday through Friday, 6 p.m. Eastern Time, the Ramsey Show Aftershow. And that follows the Ramsey Show, which comes on at 4 p.m. and ends approximately 6 p.m. And I go live whenever that video ends. Alrighty, my links are at the top of the chat, in the video description below, and about right, yeah, I think, or this side, I think, yeah. The right side of my YouTube banner. You can schedule a free consultation with me. You click on the financial coaching. It'll show you a calendar. You can change to whatever month you want. And then schedule that appointment. Pick the time. And Calendly will let me know when you would like that appointment. And I will email you to let you know exactly what financial information I need from you in order to accurately financially assess you. And we will make that appointment happen. PayPal, you can donate right there, and that's paypal.me/CoachSteveMoney. Instagram is Coach Steve Money, no spaces. And You can email me about anything. That's CoachDmoney@gmail.com right there. Oh, Tat got out and got back in 2011. That's what she said, phrasing and all that. Alrighty, everybody have a wonderful weekend or whatever part of the week you're watching this. And make smart financial decisions every day.